Hello, everybody. Ryan Carmen here with P45 Knuckle Down Golf and No BS Golf. Hey, listen, I had this awesome little thing I came across. It'd take a couple minutes to listen to, but it's worth your while because I know this often becomes a for sure thing, with the evaluation lesson. And when I have conversations, whether it be via email or talking with players in the store or whatever, but this is a great story. And I want you to keep in mind going into this, this is a talented young player. Jim McLean's about to talk about Keegan Bradley and what occurred when they first met. And I want you to listen real closely. We'll cover a few key topics here as we come to the end. But just hang in there for about 2-3 minutes. Ready?
The mirrors were taped to the side of the car, and he had no, and he wanted to change his swing. He came and he said, I need to make changes. So I asked him questions, of course, like I always do. I do a little interview, and always, what tournaments did you play in the U.S. Junior? No. The U.S. Amateur? No. Did you play in the Northeast Amateur, the North and South? Any big camera? No, I never played in any of them. I went to St. John's University. He was playing, at that time, he was 22. He just got out of college. He was playing the Hooters Tour in Orlando and not doing good. So now you've got this situation for me, which is all upside, no downside as a teacher. So he wanted to make changes, and here's what I know. If somebody comes to you and what they're doing is not working, anything you tell them is going to help. There's no downside to this for a teacher. So I think I told him good things. He had a gigantic lateral move in his swing, and he had to hit a huge hook. But I gave him a few things of staying over top balls, getting his shoulders steeper. I think I gave him a really good plan. We had a 3-hour lesson, and I said, "Hey, this is going to take some time." But he said, "No, I'm going to do it." And I said, "Well, you got to tell me. Here's the thing. This is what you got to do." Boom, 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 boom. We went through it, and then he did it. And I would say my lesson here is, when you're going to work on something that's a pretty big change in your swing, you got to give it time and you got to commit, or otherwise you shouldn't do it. There's a lot of Band-Aid teaching we can do to get somebody a little bit better, but if you're going to make a change to your swing, you got to be all in. And I'm not saying it should take that long. Actually, he won a Hooters Tour event 3 weeks later.
Oh, nice.
And won $30,000, which I'm sure the biggest check he's ever made. But I kept him going.
Yeah.
And gave him confidence. So, once you get some confidence in
And that's it right there, folks. I talk about it every day, and it depends on what it is.